Okay, so this is the question number 3 of the verbally ones on the application part of um, lesson 1.3. And so I'm just going to go through this with you, how to solve this. So on these problems, you have to set them up, and then it involves using factoring. Okay, so I'm going to help you just with the setup part of it, and I think then you'll be able to do the factoring. Some of them might be a little more difficult, but we'll get to that part. All right, so this first one says that the product of two numbers is 640, and their difference is 12. So first thing you need to think of is that the product means that when you multiply them, you get 640. That's the meaning of product, is the answer to a multiplication problem. The difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. So when you subtract the two numbers, you're going to get 12. So to set this up, we would say that x times y is equal to 640. That means the product of two numbers is 640. The difference of the two numbers, so we'll pick that the x is going to be the bigger number. When you take a bigger number minus a smaller number, you're going to get a positive. So we're going to say that x will be the smaller one. So anyway, the difference is 12. Well, I need to be able to get, when we do factoring, we have to have just one variable, so far anyway. And so what I'm going to do is solve for y. I could have solved for x too, and it would work as well. But we'll solve for y. And so if I added y to both sides, and I subtracted 12 from both sides, we would get this. X minus 12 is equal to y. Now, see, the reason that we did that was now I can take this x minus 12 and substitute it in for the y right there. So now my equation would be x times x minus 12. So that's the product of the two numbers is equal to 640. All right, so once you have that, now it looks like we're going to have a regular quadratic. Go ahead and do the distributive property. And now I have this. But remember, when you're factoring, you need to have one side be set equal to 0. So I'll have to subtract the 640 from both sides. And then you're looking for product, two numbers that multiply to give you negative 640, but add up to negative 12. So I'll let you do that part of it on your own. That's just the factoring. Once you get your x, solve it for y. So then once you get an x value, subtract 12 from it, and that'll be your y. You should get two pairs of numbers for this. One of the pairs involves negatives, so see what you can get with that.